Game on, it's about to go down. A juke and shake it all up. My moves make them run them up. I'm lit so you know what's up. I got the party going up. A champ with the crown is here. I'ma win anywhere. Hey, so shake it like you don't care. I shake it up everywhere. And I can bake cakes by the pound. Blow the whistle cause I love that sound. And we can just keep going round. I'm ready for another round.
Just a tick under 70,000 packed in here at Nissan Stadium. Not a seat to be had as playoff football and certainly playoff fever have descended upon the Music City of Nashville, Tennessee. Tonight, it's the AFC's turn to take center stage as we've got a wild card matchup on tap between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Tennessee Titans. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
He was brought down at the 28-yard
for the Titans and Chiefs, we think back to their encounter in the postseason last year, the AFC Championship game to be exact. And the Titans were riding high, coming off road wins in Foxborough and in Baltimore. And they led at one point 17-7, but as the Chiefs did 3 times in those playoffs, they rallied back from a double-digit deficit, ultimately winning 35-24 and punching their ticket to Miami.
No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Looking for Kelsey on the deep ball. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And certainly, look, you're on the road in the playoffs. That is a suboptimal start, opening drive INT.
And, partner, sometimes I wonder, do these teams talk about it to such an extent that maybe you almost talk yourself into the turnover when you're trying to avoid it?
Yeah, maybe they get a little too worried about keeping the football, and then you give it to the other team right off the bat. And, look, we said it, on the road, this is just a terrible, terrible start for them.
It is, and now they've got to rely on their defense.
A nice run there on 1st down as Henry uses his size to plow forward. Call it a pickup of 7.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Down and 4.
A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Flush to his right. And it's complete. Henry. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. 4 yards on the pickup. Good enough to extend the drive.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
pass all the way down inside the 35. Give him 32 on the play. That's how you draw up the run-pass option right there. You get a chunk play out of it.
And you know quarterbacks love to throw the RPOs because oftentimes they're in-breaking routes, but receivers love it even more. The ball gets to them quickly, allows them to put some moves on in the secondary.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on 1st down.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
On 1st down, Tannehill. Pass caught left side by Humphries. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their 1st drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
And the Chiefs' D closes in on him again, and they drop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
3rd and 4.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Call it a 4-yard pickup, but it leaves him a few inches short here on 4th down.
Less than a yard.
And no field goal try here from the red zone. Offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. In lieu of the sneak on 4th and inches, they just say, give it to the big man in the backfield.
Yeah, fullback no less. Not many of those left in the NFL, but for those that have one, perfect time to use them, perfect time to get it done.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Tannehill. Eluding the pressure right. He'll try and run it. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
9-yard line, 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, Tannehill. This will be caught at about the 5. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Touchdown ground. And the Titans have taken a 1st quarter lead. See, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. Barkley on 1st down, going to work his way forward only for about a couple there.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, helped their spot, and stacked him up.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our 1st penalty of the night's proceedings. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. shotgun snap to Mahomes. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. Not able to get a single yard there, and it'll bring up third down.
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Titans 7, Chiefs nothing.
They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Titans are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over 1st and 10. A first down carry for Henry. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. A couple of Chiefs there to bring him down.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and all of a sudden here, it's third down.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
From the gun on third down, Tannehill uncorks one for Davis. And that will be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And the lead moves to 10-0. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. This is their 3rd drive right now. Maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
Kevin Byard up to make the tackle.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Now left side on the swing pass, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards there and a first down.
A gain of 7.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. That goes for a gain of 31.
First down, Chiefs.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Mahomes now to throw. Flushed out right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Mahomes, he got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at the 34. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. It's a gain of 7, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
On 1st down, it's Tannehill. They set up the screen for Henry. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play. Check 24, check 24. Shoot.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. And that's caught by Smith. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. Tannehill on 1st down. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
On 2nd and 10, Tannehill. Over the middle to Smith. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 15-yard line. That one covers 29 yards, 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Running from the gun with Henry. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Now Tannehill. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. And this one is right through. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Completes it to Hardman. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
First down, Chiefs.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 now.
Mahomes going to throw. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Again, it's Henry. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Open man, right side is his running back. It's complete downfield. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead. Well, look, this is a team, Charles, they faced adversity all year long. They had to fight and claw to win that division, but they're putting it all together here in the wild card game.
Feels like a statement, doesn't it? An absolute statement game, a message to the top seeds. Overlook us at your own peril. We're pretty darn good.
And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more.
Chiefs, nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at at their own.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. To throw, it's Mahomes. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And down he'll go at the 25. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Now here's Mahomes. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30.
Partner, when you're playing cover 2, this is like a tag team for the safeties. Each of them gets a half-field responsibility. Their job, stay as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, read the football, and go make a play. In this case, the free safety made the best play, an interception.
Escaping the pressure right. And his pass incomplete.
Well, defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
On 2nd down, it's Henry. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
Derrick Henry, the ball.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
Here's Tannehill going for it all. That'll be caught by Brown. Touchdown, Tennessee. 3 touchdown passes now for Ryan Tannehill. And the Titans capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now.
Titans 28, Chiefs nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
And
an excellent pickup of 20 yards. Throwing now is Mahomes. Caught out left side by Robinson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. The tight end Kelsey was the intended target, and it's 2nd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off inside the 10. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. 2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Henry, the ball carrier.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Chris Jones on the stop. It's a loss of 2. Brings up 3rd down and 8.
Triple left. Let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
Just beating the play clock now. It's Tannehill. And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over.
6-yard line.
Let's go, D.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. He will go out right near the 35-yard line. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Mahomes. Flush to his right. This is caught. Watkins. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Yellow. Crunch time, defense. Mike 5-4. Yellow. Mike 5-4. We own them. 54.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City.
Complete to number 87.
A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0.
Makes the score.
You're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. Taken in the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And you'd have to say they have done what they set out to do in this wild card round. It won't get easier from here, of course, but they'll certainly have some momentum built up for when they hit the road in the divisional round next weekend. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And the busy night for Henry continues. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
I know we're in the era of wide-open football, a lot of spread formations, more space, but there's still a spot for power football. We just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and, you know, late in this game, he wants the football in his hands. He's had a good day. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 23 yards, the final tally.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, He's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
A run there with Henry as he gets forward only for about 3. Second down coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25.
Well, you know me, partner. I never tell them to back off of being aggressive, but sometimes you see the consequences when you're overly aggressive and you don't secure tackles. Guys break through.
Trying to sell out to pry that football loose, and just as you said, cost some yardage.
Hey, you got to go get him. Stand him up first before you go for the ball. Don't just go for it initially.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. The intended receiver that time, Adam Humphries. But it's going to be second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. On the counter, it's Henry. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
It's 3rd and 10.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 10. This is out quickly to the right. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. And now here is another interception. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And he's able to get it back to the...
Someone put me out 'cause I'm on